Hi everybody, today from my demonstration speech topic, I'm going to be showing you guys how to sell things on OfferUp, Depop, eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, any online application or website where you could sell used items. So for this example, I'm going to be using OfferUp because it's the one I'm most familiar and the one I use the most. So therefore, I'm going to be using OfferUp, which is that little app right there. Okay, so first thing you want to do is find an item that you want to sell. For example, this right here is what I'm selling because, as we all know, there's people out there that buy stuff that at the moment think they're going to use a lot, but in reality, like after like months and months and months pass by, they find the item sitting in their house or still like sitting in the box that the item came in, just collecting dust. And for some people that could be, a mistake because that's money that could be put in somewhere else. And that's a good example for me because I bought this with the intention of playing it every single day and getting the most out of it, getting the most use out of it. And in reality, it was just sitting in my desk collecting dust. So this is a good example. So first, you have to find an item that you don't use that you wanna turn into money. And well, this is my item. The second thing you want to do is download your app of preference. OfferUp, um, Depop, eBay, Amazon, and not only those apps could be used now. Like they have on Facebook, they have like pages or sections where you could like sell and buy items. But for this example, like I said, we're going to be using OfferUp. So you want to go into your app store for either iPhone or Android, whatever phone you have, or I think you could do it on the laptop too or a computer. But the most easiest way, like what I figured, is through phone. So you go on the app store, you type in OfferUp on a search, you download OfferUp, and it's gonna look like this: a feed full of stuff that people are listing to sell. You know, okay. So then, after you have your item, you downloaded the app. There's a few things you want to do. So that green that green button, the camera, you click it, and this is where you post your item. This is where you post your item. Take photos of the item, title. Okay. So the first step is taking pictures. So the first thing you want to do is make sure the item is clean that you're selling. Make sure it's clean. So what I'm selling, Nintendo 3DS, working. Okay, so I grab like a cloth or something that doesn't scratch the screen, depending on what you're like selling. Make sure like whatever you're wiping with or cleaning with doesn't damage the item. So you gotta scrub down the screen, make sure there's no fingerprints, scratches to the pictures, and then you gotta make it look presentable. So you wipe the back, you wipe the front. Okay, so there goes the item right here. Actually, I'm gonna put it up here. So you grab your phone or whatever. If you already have pictures taken, you could select photos, or if not, in my case, I'm gonna take pictures. So you want to take a picture of it from the top, from the back, and if you want, you have two options. I usually do both, but you take a picture of the system off so they can see the screen, and you could take one with it on so they could like make sure it's in working condition. So take a picture of the screen. Now for this case, in my case, I'm selling all of this, so I'm gonna take a picture of every single game because that's what I'm selling too. So a picture of this game, of this one, one, and of this one, and of the last one. So after you've taken a picture of every single game, you could post them. So to post them, you click done. So done, and all your photos are there. Now you need to add a title to it, and this is a Nintendo 3DS. So I'm gonna put Nintendo 3DS black, because it's black, with games. So there goes the title, Nintendo 3DS black with games. Done. Click the next button. Okay, now this is the next describe your item page. So here it's gonna ask you to just like select the subject for your item. So like video games, and toys, electronics. So I clicked video games because of course it's a video game. And as you can see there at the bottom, it's gonna ask you for the condition of the item. Okay, so there's more than one option. There's one option is for parts, which means if the item isn't working completely, then you just sell for parts. Like for example, the screen. For example, the screen by itself, or the buttons by itself, or the shell by itself, like that. And then the next option is used, which is what I'm gonna list as used because I used it fairly like around 7 to 8 times in around the 5 months that I've had it. So I'm gonna put as used normal wear. And then the other option is box, never used. So which that means is that you open the box of the game. So like for example, I bought the game, I opened it, but I never ever used it, never turned it on. That's what open box never used means. It's pretty simple explanations, you know. And then reconditioned certified, which means that I bought the game that was broken. I fixed it, I modded it, you know, made sure it was in like pretty good working condition, and then I sold it, which means I repaired it basically, and I'm selling it. And then the last one is new, never used, which means it should be in the box, never opened, never used, never turned on. But for this case, I'm gonna put used because I used it. And then you have to give a description of the object. This is optional, but you know, you could just put Nintendo 3DS black. And since I'm telling you what the case, just add the case, with case, and then you want to name every single game. For example, on the description I will put with 6 games, and then I'm gonna list the titles of the games like Pokemon, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario World, Super Mario Land 3D, and Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds. So I would put that all into the description. So then after I put the description, then comes the price. So listing a price could be tricky because obviously you want to get some money out of it, but you don't want to sell it for like a ridiculous amount. That's not like normal. For example, like this game was $200. This was $20, and each game was like $40 to $50. So that will mean all of this will be like around $400 to like $500 together, the whole package, the case, the system, and the 6 games. And obviously, like, you wouldn't want to go on OfferUp and list this item for like $500 because, being realistic, nobody's gonna buy it because they could just go to Target, Walmart, GameStop, whatever electronics store they want to go to, Best Buy, and buy themselves a brand new one. They pick whatever color system they want, whatever case they want, whichever games they want, for the same price that you're listing it, and that's not gonna sell. And you want your item to sell. Therefore, in my case, I know what these are worth, and I know I don't use them a lot. And personally, like I don't mind losing a couple hundred, like $200 because I just want to make at least some money back. So I'm gonna list this for 100, and each game for like honestly like $10. So $5 to $10. So I'm gonna list all of, and then the case I'm gonna just throw it in for free because there's no point of me keeping the case or adding extra money to the case. So I would list this around 150 or less. So which is a good deal. So I would go on the app. And where it says set your price, I put 150, and then that little toggle says firm on price. That means that if you toggle it, then people won't be able to make an offer. They could only buy for $150. And if the toggle is off, then people can make you an offer. For example, since I'm gonna keep it off, people offer me $100, $80, $70 for the game, and it's up to me to accept it or not. But so then after, I'm gonna just click next, and I'm done. I'm done shipping the item. I'm done posting the item, uh, which is pretty much like the most simplest thing, in my opinion, out of eBay and all that stuff. But that's it. That's how you post an item on OfferUp. Now, selling it is like different because a lot of people are gonna message you about the item, like offering you money or asking you questions. And once you get a real offer that you consider, and that a person is willing to meet halfway with you or go to you, then you could sell the item. So, for example, once you get somebody that's considering the item, that wants to buy it, that's making the effort to go halfway, meet, then you want to meet in a public area because you want to make sure there's people around. You want to make sure it's a safe environment. For example, a good example of this would be Starbucks or Target. You meet there, you go inside, you take your item, you walk into the Starbucks, see the person, ask them, oh, are you, for example, John? And then it's gonna be like, yeah, are you Brian selling the Nintendo DS? Be like, yeah, I have it here, and then you just be like, oh, so 150, and then it's gonna be like, yeah, 150. And then you just exchange there. You do the exchange. You give him the DS. He gives you the money, and then you go home. This is important. Once you go home, this is the whole thing, the whole setup. Then you want to go to this toggle with the money sign. Where is it at? Right there. That toggle, and that's gonna take you to your items that you're selling. So right now I'm currently selling some shoes, and it has two options: mark as sold, which you're gonna put once you sell an item, and the other one is sell faster. So sell faster, all it's gonna do is promote your item on the feed. It's always gonna be up top. So, that's something you could do if you want to sell it fast. But I think it costs like a couple bucks, like $5 or $6. But if you're willing to do that, you could do it. But back to what I was saying, that was important. Once you sell an item, you go to that option, you click mark sold. Once you mark sold, well, I haven't sold this item, but once you mark sold, then it's gonna give you the option of rating the clicking who you sold it to. So when you click mark sold, it's gonna give you everybody who has offered. So you click the person you sold it to and you met up with, and you give them a rating. And what that's gonna do is gonna update the system to show that your item has been sold. It will not pop out in the it will not pop out in the newsfeed anymore, and it's gonna give your buyer a rating, so people can know like if he's a good person, if he's on time, if he has the money and all that. And also when you sell it, the person's gonna have to rate you. So you always want to be like truthful to your item. You want to make sure that you don't lie, that say it's new when it's really not, or that it's working when it's really not. And yeah, because if you say, so for example, if I say, oh, this is a brand new system, I never used it, and then when we go to the meetup and he opens it and sees it and it looks like really used and like scratched and like really damaged, he's gonna give you a bad review. So then people, whenever they click on your item, they're gonna see it under your name that you have like 1 or 2 stars. Therefore, they're gonna click on it and they're gonna read everything. You know, item not described wrong and all that stuff. So you don't want that. So you always want to be truthful. Take You always want to be truthful. Take pictures of your items, clean them, make sure they're all working. Make sure make sure you're truthful, because that's all it is. People are depending on your word, and you have to be truthful to sell items on OfferUp. And that's basically every single step on how to sell stuff on OfferUp or any single app. But it's very simple. Thank you.